She living that life. You know, he paying to play in the realest of ways. So what we got here? Can you guys hold that a little bit more taut?
Sure.
Yeah, a woman. I need you to tell me. She got them thick thighs too, but they. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a Puerto Rican single mom. Puerto Rican single mom for sure. Oh, perfect. Yeah. See, she like that. I love it. See if I can slide her over here, anyways. Let me see if I can slide her. Do you think? Let me see if I can slide her over here, anyways. Yes or no? So this is the first conversation. This was actually quite an interesting conversation, and it really exposes a lot about the dynamics of, you know, the romance that people choose and what men and women sign themselves up for. Sometimes you observe relationships wherein the woman is clearly there for financial gain or stability, or she doesn't have a proper family of her own. And so this guy is the closest thing to having a support system, or the man is there because this woman is willing to sleep with him on a regular basis. And so he'll pay what it costs. This particular conversation I thought was quite interesting, in as much as the woman was telling her truth right in front of him. And I found it to be a truth that was pretty damn disrespectful. And you could actually see him mouthing disagreement under his breath while she was speaking. And the whole time he was actually trying to shuffle her away to get her to leave. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here we go. And I'm going to enlarge this one for you. So, and the reason that I spotted her, and you guys might think sometimes I'm saying things that might sound harsh or insensitive, but if you pay attention, you'd realize that everything that I share with you in seriousness is a single idea that's a part of a greater system. You know, why do I speak against women dressing in a promiscuous way? Well, it leads to other things. That's why when I saw this woman and the way that she was dressed, very short dress, I knew that she'd have something to say and it wouldn't be favorable to this guy, because though it is often said, don't judge a book by its cover, our cover does tell you something about us. So certainly don't judge a book by a look, but the cover does tell you something, right? In fact, I'd say it tells you if you should even open up the book. Let's get after it. No? Yes or no? Oh, he's telling her to leave. Let me see if I can slide her. Now, here's the irony. He's telling her to leave. On the banner, it reads, a woman must obey her man. So he's telling her to leave right then and there. She refuses to obey, and we see how much turmoil they have in their relationship just from this 5-minute interaction. Slide her over here anyways. Let me see if I can slide her. Do you think a woman should obey her man?
You know, a lot of men don't like when I don't do what they tell me to do. They think I'm fucking crazy.
Now, there are a couple things you can notice about this female very quickly. Number one, she's vulgar. That's always a bad sign. Number two, she doesn't speak of her man. She doesn't speak of a man. She speaks of men, plural. And this is the common way that women today speak. And it's because they have so much experience. And I can assure you, unlike in the job space or on your resume, experience is a bad thing in romance for women. And this often comes with a level of scarring, emotional scarring, from which they don't recover. And it limits their ability to have happy, healthy, successful relationships in the future. So here she is talking about men in front of her man.
But I'm not.
No, you seem like a normal person to me.
Yeah.
But would you obey a man?
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes you do?
Yeah.
Who's the leader in your relationship?
Me.
You? Are you the leader of? And the funny thing about it is she didn't hesitate on that. She has certainty. Now, I wish I would have asked the guy. Of both of you or just yourself?
Of myself.
Okay, so you lead yourself, he leads himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
He tries to live in my body, but it doesn't work like that. Yeah.
So she acknowledges that he would like to lead her, but she is denying him his exercise of his natural right as her man. So she's aware of what he wants and is actively denying it. That's not a friend. That's more like an enemy in terms of your spouse. So he sometimes gets confused into thinking he's running your program.
He corrupts my mind. Like one time he told me one of my managers wanted to fuck me and he didn't.
And again, she's using vulgarity. Now, right here, when women say that they want a man to be their protector, for you to be protected, you must yield. In fact, this is even something that I have to get better at. You notice when the white colonizer showed up, instantly I wanted to deal with him, when in actual fact, that would be something better left to my security. They are there to protect me, hence I have to yield to them to be protected. When I'm wilding out, I can't be protected effectively. And in fact, I would even charge that Tupac Shakur met an untimely demise specifically because he was not yielding to the leadership of his protectors. When he got into that fight with Orlando, I want to say Orlando Brown for some reason, but the gentleman in the Las Vegas MGM casino, who was a gang member, instead that could have been done or prevented by him yielding to the leadership of his security. He'd be alive today. So for any of us, including women, to be protected, we have to yield to leadership. And so she's claiming that he's her leader, yet when he told her, hey, I can see something you don't see, I believe that your colleague is interested in you, she said, oh no, you don't know any better. So gentlemen and ladies, what I want you to know, thank you, Orlando Anderson, what I want you all to understand is that not only must a woman have the nature and willingness to submit to you, she also must believe that you are more intelligent than she is. Because protection may seem to be a physical thing, but many aspects of it are involve psychology, intellect, and much else. So if she believes that she's a superior intellect, she's going to have trouble yielding to your decision making and even embracing the protection that you actually offer. So if she thinks she's smarter than you are, you have a major problem. And the worst thing is if she thinks she's smarter than you are and she's not. Sometimes a woman might think she's smarter than you are and she, in fact, is more intelligent than you are. But the worst thing is when you have a girl who's a bird brain and still thinks she's smarter. That is dangerous.
He fucked my mind up so much. When I got too close to that man, I got scared. And he gave me no reason to be scared of him, but he created that fear in my heart.
Mm-hmm. You'll notice that in 3 different instances, she has assigned negative characteristics to her man. Now, mind you, you can't see him off camera because he's trying to stay off camera, but he's muttering under his breath. He's standing about 5 feet away from her, and she's utterly trashing him. None of us want this, and probably he doesn't even deserve this, to be bashed in public by his lady. This is something that you all have to take note of. I don't even like when a woman I'm dealing with jokes in a negative way. If she says a negative joke, I completely shut down. I change the subject, I stop talking, I leave the room, because you have to condition them to have positive thoughts and to share the positivity in their mind out of their mouth as appropriate. And frankly, a lot of folks grow up in negativity, especially in the foundational Black American culture and the Latino culture. Negative joking is considered playing the dozens or being funny. In among Hispanohablantes, they have like negative nicknames, like they'll call a chick fea or gorda, or all of these negative names, like it's cool. And this is not a W, it's certainly an L. And these are aspects of culture that should be done away with, of cultures that should be done away with. Mm-hmm. Was that jealousy or?
For him, it was jealousy, and for me, it was fear. Mm-hmm. But I gotta go see a movie with my friend now.
Okay.
A different friend.
Ooh. And that's the crazy thing. Now, here's the white gentleman who was with her, and the whole time she's been referring to him as her man. But now that she's referencing going to hang out with another man, she has downgraded him to her friend. So that lets you know the kind of female she is, promiscuous, but that doesn't actually make her unique. She's actually quite a common type, a promiscuous woman. And this is the average kind of woman that you encounter in the society. That's why they have things like dating. You might think of dating as a everyday thing that we all do, but in fact, dating typically is an exercise in promiscuity. It's engaging casually in a process that causes the man to expend capital, often leads to intercourse, and rarely leads to marriage, right? So promiscuity is just more expensive on the guy in his pocketbook, and for the woman it's expensive in terms of the cost to her soul and body, which apparently doesn't mean much to a lot of them. Let me acknowledge some of the folks supporting the work. Shout out to Malcolm, who just became a member at peacetothesaints.com, as well as Corey. And we invite all of you to join as members at peacetothesaints.com. A lot of folks in Atlanta come up like, hey, I love your stuff. And, the guys in the section are like, well, why didn't you become a member? Tap in. Clay writes, tuition for your time, energy, and effort. I appreciate you, as those things are finite. Shout out to Luigi. He writes, Peace of the Saints, tuition for this breakdown. Heading out to get that workout in. We'll catch the replay. Absolutely. Shout out to Cameron. He writes, it's a lot of guys I've watched who talk about it, but don't walk it. I came across your platform months ago, and you've set the standard that I've been looking for in life. Thank you, Mr. Burton. And hopefully I can shake your hand in person one day. Thank you from a young man. Peace of the Saints. Well, absolutely. I trust that day will come. And especially if you all are members, I often show up in the sections, just like I showed up in the Atlanta section. And if you're a member, I'll be at your workout. I'll be at your socials, no extra cost. I don't think I'm a celebrity or anything weird like that. I don't do meet and greets. So if you're a member, you guys do your regular activities, I'll be there. Absolutely. Shout out to Troy. He writes, I appreciate you from Detroit, Michigan. Came in via Cash App. Appreciate you. Shout out to Dev. Writes tuition. Came in via Cash App. And Mustafa writes tuition as well. Came in via Cash App. Appreciate you. May I acknowledge loss. He writes, can you just skip to the good part? Potentially, if a couple more people send in a super chat saying skip to the good part, then it'll have to be done. Otherwise, I'll just take this as one opinion as opposed to data points. So if a couple more people come in on a super chat and they say, hey, skip to the good part, then so it shall be done. Carlette writes, keep up the good work, Marquette, from your favorite Gulf War veteran of the U.S. Air Force. Wow. Shout out to the Warriors. And we have a lot of folks in the armed forces currently and those who were previously. You said it's not jealousy? What is it? Damn, she even asked him what is it. Like, okay. All right. Now, the funny thing is, he said it's not jealousy. I asked him what it is, and then you could hear her in the background saying, what is it? Confronting him. And at that point, he folded up immediately instead of addressing it. He said, we got to get out of here. And I think that has characterized their relationship. And what you should understand for your relationship is never avoid conflict. It turns out that conflict is a healthy test of relationships. If you don't engage in conflict, you don't understand the other person's conflict resolution strategy. Or if they're completely lacking a conflict resolution strategy, which can be the case sometimes. Some women stonewall. Some women do the opposite. They completely harass you verbally and won't stop talking. Even if you say, hey, you're not calm, we can pick this up later. So in understanding someone's conflict resolution strategy, it will advance you. Like, for example, I know for a fact my conflict resolution strategy generally with women is pretty good. Depending on the nature of the point of disagreement, it could be dictatorial. But my conflict resolution strategy with men is very poor. Like, I have an instinct to escalate to violence immediately because that's the way I was raised. I was raised that if Brody has a real issue, let's just take care of this. Like forget all the talking. And so the key for all of us in improving is having a level of self-awareness, engaging in metacognition so that we can be better people. That's why I have Boss University for you all, to engage in the self-work that will allow you to become something greater than you are today. Carrying on. I love that outfit, by the way. Thank you. She got some. And bro is a lame. So, if she's not showing him respect and he's not showing him self-respect, I ain't got nothing to give. You dig? Yeah, you're going to get as much respect as you give yourself. So I was like, okay, he's a weirdo. Like, hey, baby, I like that skirt, though. You dig? Now, when I say I like it, that doesn't mean like I like it if you were my piece. Now, if you're my piece, you're going to have to cover up. You dig? But you could never be my piece because you don't cover up. But you being his piece or just being a chick out here in them streets, I like that dress. And I hope women with morals understand the difference. You dig? There's things I would look at, but I wouldn't touch. Come on now. Pay attention. Y'all playing Connect 4. Got some wagon too. I feel like telling her to lift it up for the people. Just for the people though. Not for me, for the people. What do you all think? You all should know about. All right. I love that outfit, by the way. Thank you. She got some wagon too. I feel like she got. And one thing I do that you guys may not be aware of is I'll often go back through and cut out, super chats or things like that to improve your listening experience, or I'll cut out things that are like, off color. And that's because I'm aware that certain things need not be repeated. Like telling her to lift it up for the people, just for the people, though. Not for me, for the people. What do you all think? You all should know about this.
Tell me what?
What do you all think? You all should know about this.
Tell me what? What is it?
Should a woman obey her man? Because, at the end of the day, we are what we are, right? But anyways, this is an interesting one right here. And this was one of the early Black women that we talked to. And I noticed consistently that the demon was in them. I was like, God damn, the demon is in our sisters. And the level of being unruly. And yes, there are explanations, there are historical explanations, there are explanations presently in terms of what's happened to the Black family structure, Black women in particular. But niggas don't care about your story, sis. I don't care what your uncle did to you. I don't care that your daddy was absent. I'm trying to create a romantic relationship with you today that turns into a successful family. And frankly, if you've not healed from whatever your trauma is, I'm not interested in being Dr. Phil to get your brain together so that you can benefit from what I have to offer. I'd much rather find someone else who's ready for my excellent offer. And that's what I'm trying to help women with, to understand that, just as you expect a man to have six figures, a six pack, and all these other things, we're expecting you to not be bouncing off of padded walls. And it's your responsibility to show up as an adult and also be mature. We don't care about your childhood traumas. You're not a kid anymore. You got to grow up. You got chicks who are 40 years old talking about they're still finding themselves. I'm like, shorty, if you can find wrinkles on your face and grays in your hair, your ass is like, there's no more development. This is who you are. You heard me? If you don't like it, it is what it is. That's just immaturity. Let's hear what the old head has to say.
It depends. That could go both ways. Why can't the man obey the woman?
Really? That was crazy. A woman having a man. She says that can go both ways. Why can't the man obey the woman? Because it doesn't work. We observe the results of female leadership, or the attempt at it. The Black the foundational Black American is a great example. You've seen a peak of 70% illegitimacy, which is to say women heading the household, unmarried, they're raising the children. And what do you see? You see high levels of Blacks being connected to the criminal justice system. You see low educational attainment. You see a lack of political engagement and enfranchisement. You see everyone's financially illiterate, economically dependent on the system. We don't see good results at all. We see low EQ. So this has been the direct result of single moms leading families. And this is not to let men off the hook, but one thing I learned in maturity is that men do not leave children. No, sir. Men leave women, and the woman is an extension of the child. It is in being unruly, in being disagreeable, in being foolish, idle, not adding value, that you're not worth keeping. And if you were not promiscuous, then he would have knew that about you before he had intercourse with you, and then you would have never been in that predicament. You might say, Marquette, why do you blame the woman? I don't blame her. I just try to assign enough responsibility such that she can protect herself. Because if she doesn't take on that responsibility, when the guy splits, she's left with the burden. The woman will suffer more greatly. And you hear him complaining all the goddamn time. And obey her, does that make sense to you?
It does.
What? You agree with that?
So what if a man is telling the woman something wrong?
And this is the worst aspect of some of these females. She says, well, what if he's telling her something wrong? Well, that either means that you are so promiscuous that you're indiscriminate with who you give your body to. You didn't figure out if he has decision-making skills or leadership, but you've already given him your body. This also means that you're one who consistently doubts. You don't know how to have faith. You have faith in white Jesus, but you don't have faith in your man. Or you think that you're smarter than everyone. You got more answers than Google. Well, you're a problem, sis. And you're going to die in a state of loneliness. Well, you should get with a man that has common sense, leadership ability. He could provide. you know, you pick the right man.
And it's only one
So
man.
does it
Right,
mean,
and it's only one man.
only
so does it,
That's
mean,
right.
does
that you
it mean
obey.
that our
That's right.
opinion
My
doesn't
Heavenly
matter?
Father.
Oh
That's who I
no.
obey.
Okay.
Oh no. She said she only.
And this is why I recently had to make a video called Black Christians Must Be Defeated, because it's the level of ignorance, stupidity, and superstition that cripples us. You heard this, and it's extraordinary to be old and still have no wisdom. You see, be old with no wisdom. And you heard this woman set it up, and I want you to listen to how she put a fictional, non-existent white man above an earthly black man who can actually provide her value. And she utilizes that fictional concept to usurp the authority of her man on earth, which essentially this fictional white man is really the black woman operating, right? She's saying, oh, well, you got to do what God says. Well, there isn't a God, right? She's the God. She's the one that's actually making these claims and suggestions. I'm going to rewind it so you can hear how she said it. It sounded like she was about to say something real, and then she went off the rails to say something completely idiotic, which shows you that time does not add wisdom.
Oh no. She said she only obeying the Lord. She using the
So
Lord
what
to
I'm saying,
escape us.
so does that mean that our,
Oh man.
And it's only
Get with a man that has common sense, leadership ability. He could provide. You know, you pick the right man.
and it's only one
so
man.
does it
Right,
mean,
and it's only one man.
so does it
That's
mean,
right.
does it mean that our
That's right.
opinion
My
doesn't
Heavenly
matter?
Father.
Oh
That's who
no.
I obey.
Okay.
Oh no. She said she only obeying the Lord. She using the
So
Lord
what
to
I'm saying,
escape us.
so does that mean that our opinion doesn't matter?
Your opinion does matter, but you had a job.
Now, here's the crazy thing. I want you guys to peep this. You see Shorty in the shorts in the background, a little fair-skinned ting with the wagon on her. The body was utterly righteous. You know, praise God. Definitely something that'll make me religious again. She was actually hanging out just to say thank you. Because earlier there were some young black boys who came up to me and said, hey, would you like to buy some candy? And I do what I always do when they come up to me. I first teach them how to have a sales pitch and how to interact with the customer and how to maximize the value of a customer. And then I buy all of their candy. Typically, I pay them $100 each. And then I say, hey, now go give out this candy for free. And your challenge is to get people to accept it because people don't trust free. And, you can really tell who's a hustler and who's had some home training, and it's very educational. And these are the kind of things that I intend to teach in the Burton Training Center. And I thank you also to the Sasson Atlanta section who did some fundraising for it today. I thank the New England section who's done fundraising in the past. I thank all of the sections who have donated. I thank Jude in the New York section who kind of organized the giving campaign. But anyways, I say that to say this. They gave her some candy. And so she was waiting for me to finish talking so that she could say thank you. I think she also wanted to slide, but, women are often conflicted. And so for some strange reason, she waited all that time just to say thanks. And, shout out to her for having good manners. But, I think that she didn't get everything that she had wanted. But it gets like that. I encourage all of you to go for what you really want in life. You see a boss, like, you better hop on it, shorty. Won't be another one coming for a while.
Job before, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you go into your job, and at some point your boss may
Now watch this. As soon as you start talking to the black woman about a career, right? Because they learn from the liberal white woman. They're all careerist. Now listen to how I hit her with this analogy, and then she figures out how foolish she is.
one man.
So does
That's
it,
right.
does it mean that our
That's right.
opinion
My
doesn't
Heavenly
matter?
Oh
That's who I
no.
obey.
Okay.
Oh no. She said she only obeying the Lord. She using the
So
Lord
what
to
I'm saying,
escape us.
so does that mean that our opinion doesn't matter?
Your opinion does matter, but you had a job before, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you go into your job, and at some point your boss may say, hey, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. So you do it, right? Why you can't follow your husband like that?
But it depends on what he's asking me to do.
Now, here's the funny thing. I want you guys to notice something. When the man asking her to do something is her white employer at her job, then I said, can you follow? She said, yes. No caveat, no qualifier. Conversely, when we're referencing her black husband, which she doesn't have a husband, mind you, she's a divorcee, she says, well, it depends on what he's asking me to do. Now, all of a sudden, it depends, which is really quite pathetic because she's suggesting that for whatever petty amount of money she was making in her job, that she gives full submission for that, but would not fully submit to the man who would sacrifice his life for hers. And this is precisely why so many of them deserve nearly nothing from you, absolutely no commitment, unless you need their womb to procreate.
Oh.
Have a nice day.
All right, it was nice to meet you.
I was just coming back to say thank you. It was rude when I walked out. I'm pretty sure
Well, I
said thank
appreciate that.
but I
You
just
have
wanted to
really
come
good
back.
manners. I'm Marquette.
Now, ladies and saints, these are the ones that you skeet in, right? These are the ones, you know, good height, good looks, good features, some level of common sense and decorum, some level of IQ and EQ, and the body looks like it's very sturdy. The body was very sturdy. You hear me? She got a good platform. That's the kind of platform I got to get on. Those are the ones you skeet. And in case you were wondering, you know, because I guess nobody ever tells you that part. Anyways, oh yeah, let me take out some time real quick before this young lady comes to pay tribute. May I acknowledge Antonio came in supporting using the Stripe link. We appreciate your shout to Gary as well using the Stripe link. Via PayPal, Leon came in supporting. Looks like he just wanted to support, didn't say anything. I appreciate that. Ricardo comes and writes Piece of the Saints tuition. All right, we're carrying on. Good game here. Make sure you're taking notes. You dig.
What?
I'm Vadreen.
Vadreen.
Yes.
You from Atlanta?
No.
Hey, if somebody's able to stalk and find her Instagram, slide it to the big homie.
Are you recording me hard?
Oh yeah, give me 2 minutes on this. I'll be right back.
I'm from Florida.
You from Florida?
Yeah.
I stay in Florida.
Oh, okay, nice.
But are you from South Florida or are you from the bullshit part? You from the bullshit part?
No, South Florida. I'm from
South
Florida.
Florida. Okay, that's what's up. You stay up here now though?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You gonna shoot me a DM? That's what's up. You stay up here now though?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and let me cut out this this private business right here. We don't want people's private affairs in the public sphere. But she was a nice young lady. And, you know, one thing that really saddens me about a lot of Black women is they take themselves out of great opportunities because, you know, they're so gorgeous. They have great skin, lovely hair, just unbearably attractive shapes. And the attitude that they confront you with, even when you're a qualified man, you're a man that they actually find attractive, they're so gruff when you encounter them. And it's really a pity. It's just sad to see. And I just frankly have given up hope that that's a wise investment of time. And so I think that's why I create the training center, so that we can heal up the young females, the ones that are very young, and we can teach them the right way so that they can build families instead of being alone and struggling and working 3 jobs and complaining about their EBT not being sufficient.
I appreciate you. That's good camera work. You did what you're supposed to do.
Oh yeah, shout out to my cameraman, bro. Shout out to Enrique. Shout out to all the saints that were there. Shout out to the security detail. Them brothers were looking phenomenal and doing an excellent job. Couldn't ask for better men. And that is the quality of the assassin.
Tremendo. It's crazy how Shorty was speaking up and old boy was standing there acting like she wasn't telling them facts. Okay, saying the audio's good. Let me just confirm that. Oh yeah? Are you Puerto Rican? What ethnicity are you?
And this is an older woman. Older women who don't have a man are some of the most demonic spirits on earth. They're huge attention seekers. And it's really a waste too, because it's like, Shorty, you don't need my attention. You need some Metamucil. You hear me? Yeah, you need some goddamn Metamucil, because my attention comes with pipe. You hear me? I'm gonna need to be serving out straight raw pipe. I'm not giving out attention for free. We're not friends. We're not homies. And so just the fact that she had walked by the first time, babble, comes back again, yada, yada, yada. It's like, God damn, go get you some friends or something. And this is the nature of an unruly woman. She wants attention from random men. She speaks without purpose. She gets out of pocket, loves to stay in them streets, always has an opinion, which is mostly errant. And then they wonder why guys either don't want them or don't want to stay with them. And this young lady was, or this older woman, was a reasonably attractive woman, nice complexion on her. Them thighs was thicker than a Snicker. You hear me? I'm talking about peanut butter out the refrigerator, a little bit cold, that you put a fork in it, can't even move it. Thick. But you gonna have to hit her and quit her. You dig? Because she's a doofus. Imagine being a female doofus.
I'm an alien. I'm from another planet.
I believe that. It's a thick planet too. That whole planet thick. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say she's Puerto Rican. Even though she says she's not, she's still Puerto Rican to me. Praise God. Even though she says she's not, she's still Puerto Rican to me.
And listen, man, if you really had time in the field, you know what I mean. You absolutely know what I mean. And the funny thing is that guys who don't really have experience with women, which is to say guys who are not winners, they'll watch an interaction with a super player, how you might talk to a woman, they'll think, oh, you can't talk to her like that. You can't talk like that. It's like, no, buddy, you can't talk to her like that. Well, why is that, Marquette? Please share your infinite wisdom. Well, you see, if a woman finds you to be attractive at any level, you can say and do whatever you want. If a woman finds you to be a peon, everything you say is called sexual harassment. That's what it is. You dig? That's how they define it. The definition of sexual harassment is not a legal or technical definition. It is an estimation of how attractive and appealing you are. And if you're not appealing, you should watch what you say, my boy, because they got a hashtag Me Too waiting for your goofy ass. It be like that. Hey, I don't write the rules. I'm just explaining them.
God. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. No. Are you the man?
Maybe.
That makes sense. It makes sense. Love to hear that. Do you obey your man?
No.
Love to hear that.
You know, the funny thing too is I bet most cases, if we could probably find a statistical we could statistically represent males who don't get respect from their women based on body fat percentage. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. This is not to say every man in good physical shape is going to be, laying down law. A lot of these basketball players are complete morons. We see they're getting finessed left and right for child support. Brittany Renner's a great example, but ask yourself, does she have a man today? No, she doesn't. There's good reason for that.
You obey your man?
No.
No. Are you the man? That makes sense. It makes sense. Bigger than a Snicker. I couldn't do that in the daylight, but about 3 a.m., it's been a drought, I might consider it. One thing I got to remember is to make sure I'm giving them the mic, but not giving it back to myself since I'm mic'd up. I'll be forgetting. It's been a drought, I might consider it.
And one thing I want to encourage all men is to, be thoughtful about whom you lay down with. And in the Black Code, I have a specific lesson on promiscuity, not only female promiscuity, but male promiscuity. These male perverts are
I got to remember is, obey you, my boy?
That's my sister.
Okay, mic'd up, I'll be forgetting. She obey you, my boy?
That's my sister.
Okay, I'll be forgetting. She obey you, my boy?
That's my sister.
Okay, praise God. She obey you, my boy?
That's my sister.
Okay, praise God. I'm going to take that as a no. His sister tied it up. Oh, yeah? Of what?
He be doing pranks on studs, like trying to pull them.
Oh, word? I actually love that. I love that for him. Yeah, that's hella funny. But the question is, has he really slayed one, though? That's
This was a beautiful young woman here, and I really am privileged. We're all privileged to see this because we don't see it commonly enough, which is to say a Black woman with her natural hair, just such a gorgeous young lady. And when I meet young ladies like this, I really have to restrain myself because I want to make the intro to my young boys. You know what I'm saying? I want to collect the contact info and put them together, because that's what elders are supposed to do. That's what established, mature adults are supposed to do. A man in my position is supposed to say, hey, young lady, I know a young man that you're going to love. And a woman should be looking at a young man or a young lady and saying, hey, I would like to make an introduction. But here's the issue. You got these older women who are single, and when they meet a young man who has his stuff together, instead of saying, hey, I'd like to introduce you to my daughter, to my niece, or to someone else, these rascals are over here trying to get the guy for themselves, these older female perverts. You dig what I'm saying? And because we have culture so broken down, we're not able to do upright things without there being suspicion. I don't know how old the young lady was. She could be within reasonable age for me to take her down. I didn't perceive that. So my instinct was, I would like to introduce her to one of my youngins, but I don't want to be misperceived while trying to make that introduction, because culture, family, community is so broken down. And though I may be a man of strong values and integrity, there are a lot of men who are not, and I suffer because of that. And so you might even wonder why I ever talk about race. Well, number one, I talk about race because this administration, presidential administration, is the most racist I've seen in my lifetime. And so we have to combat that. So that's one reason. The second reason is because a lot of black males are morons. They're incompetent. They're lazy. They don't believe in themselves. They mumble when they speak. They're morons. And unfortunately, the world can't tell us apart, right? And so my goal is to help lift them up. And in doing so, I also lift up how I am perceived. There is self-interest in it. And there should be self-interest in most things you're going to see done well. Carrying on.
Come here, little natural hair. Come here, little natural hair. Yeah, tell the sneaky one to get over here too. She was in the parking lot. I saw them walking by. I was like, "Are you leaving?" She's like, "What?" I was like, "Are you leaving?" She's like, "What? What you mean?" I'm like, "Yo, we in a parking lot. I'm trying to get this parking space." That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
I like your natural hair though. That is beautiful. Now, how'd you end up natural? How'd you end up natural?
I was born that
You
way.
were born. We all were, but the other girl. Look at that. You see that red wig? I'm trying to figure out why you didn't go red wig on us. Why you didn't red wig us?
I don't own a red wig.
Okay.
I've just always been natural, I guess. I wear like braids, but
Is your family from the Caribbean?
no.
Okay. You're a Black American.
My dad is German.
Is German, like a white German?
Well, he's like a mixed German.
A mixed
but-
German. Okay, that's deep. That's deep. So you're a unique character then, huh?
you can say that.
That's a beautiful thing. Okay. I'm Marquette.
Let me acknowledge Ramon came in via Venmo. He writes that he sent an email and it reads, quote, "Black people were the majority. A white man caused a disturbance and one white woman saying you should be the one arrested trumped all black witnesses defending you. They had no real motivation to get the white culprit, but all the motivation to make sure that the blacks were in line. It sadly reminded me of South Africa. The black code is for the black peoples of the earth. Peace to the saints." Oh, yes, because the program that has been run on the black psyche has been consistent, whether you called the system colonization or you called the system slavery. It's been consistent, the methodology and the results. So what you observed in those black women and men who were police officers policing black people's minds, bodies, locations, is that they are slave catchers. They are overseers. And so they listened to what Massa said and decided to make sure that they focus on the culprit, which is always the black. And that's why you saw them approaching me, even though the initial conflict resulted from the aggressive white man deciding that he would create policy in the public spaces of Atlanta. Yes, you have that analysis completely correct. And you know, the funny thing in terms of human nature that we must acknowledge, or I should say the nature of some kinds of humans, is that though the Beltline foot traffic was 50% black, it's about 30% white and 20% other, Asian, Indian, Arab, etc. When people would walk by and flip me off or walk by and yell out obscenities, it was always whites. It's never blacks, even though black women can be quite vulgar. They would walk by the black women and say, "Obey, you don't obey no man." They would say idiotic things, but not vulgar things. I only heard one black woman I can recall say something vulgar, and it wasn't directed at me. It wasn't aggressive or malicious. When it was aggressive or malicious, it was always the whites. And even though they were underrepresented, we're not the majority population-wise, they were undoubtedly the majority in terms of those seeking to control and dominate thought in that sphere. And you'd have to ask yourself, well, why is that? Why do they feel the right of rulership? Why do they think that I am subject to them? You see, you can get the black code to get into that, but you also on the other side have to ask yourself, well, have black people been playing along with this? And I think that's why people love to see me go off so much, because black folks have been playing along with it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Including the police. The police clearly played along with it, because I kid you not, after that incident, there were about 10 police that were just standing there watching. What are the blacks doing? What are the blacks doing? And we know that this is white people 101, right? You're never alone as long as you're black, because there's always a white person monitoring you. And I talk about this in the black code. In fact, I talk about much more than this, because black people, melanated people of all of the racial categories, will need strategy to survive, because the oppressive mindset and systems of the whites have been perfected over the millennia. Carrying on.
Just leave my joint in the front. You gonna look out for your boy?
I got you.
I appreciate that. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes, I'll see you around. Is this man having a conversation with himself over there? I forgot my
Oh, did the player give up on me? I'm going to use the main player. So we're going to resume from about 11 minutes on the main player. So let me pull that up real quick. And the outpouring of love in Atlanta was very significant. And I don't think that I necessarily have more fans in Atlanta than I do in Texas or Florida, but the nature of the support is quite different. One moment, I'm just pulling up the front page so that I can play this on a bigger screen for you all. I think you'll appreciate that. There we go.
yeah, what's fun?
I just park cars like valet.
On God, you're the valet. That's what's up. All right. Well, if you ever see your boy, just leave my joint in the front. You gonna look out for your boy?
I got you.
I appreciate that. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes, I'll see you around. Is this man having a conversation with himself over there? I forgot my my handkerchief. That's rough.
And I want to tell you guys something about the whites. Every day I get at least about 23 nowadays messages, N-word, and all of these insults and death threats from white people. And the comedy is half of them are saying, racism doesn't exist. Why do you keep pointing out racism? And they're essentially saying, hey, don't talk about our crimes. Don't talk about our mindset or our nature. And because you are, we'd like to kill you for that. I suppose part of the reason I don't expose my DMs is because they're so vulgar and threatening that Instagram will probably turn around and ban me just for showing you what the whites have said to me. And the even more curious part is that Instagram does not, and as well Facebook, does not ban these accounts. It allows them to continue with their brazen acts of racism. And this is precisely why I made the black code, because we must have organization. You see, Instagram doesn't yield to a black man. They will yield to black people. I promise you that, because history is made by an organized minority. And yes, that could be a black minority. I know so few of you have faith in yourselves.
There we go.
Let me get food. I don't care about politics, racism, or religion, Lord.
Yeah, get bro on the. Get bro. He. Bro on them good roids. Nigga on them good roids.
Either you gonna live this or you not.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. What you got?
Is the case to what you're saying
Yeah, and shout out to the bald brother. He turned out to be a stand-up guy. I enjoyed having some conversation with him. Shout out to Kristen. He writes, "Peace of the Saints. Thank you for your consistency. To clarify, the video of yesterday's stream is lagging. The camera quality is A1. Also, that young man looking for a job yesterday, I hope you got his info and gave him a shiesty because he was ready to catch a bruh in a real way. And those are the kind of ones we need too." He says, as he should for the big homie. And listen, everyone has a role in the movement. Some people are soldiers and they are born with the warrior spirit. It's natural. And, you know, they know when it's time to get active. So it was a beautiful thing to see that. And some people don't have a goddamn soldierly bone in their body. And them niggas are useless unless they have some other skills. And some of them do. Many of them don't. But I say all that to say, yes, those men have a place in the movement, absolutely. And we see that we need them.
Are you saying prove you wrong, a woman doesn't have to?
No, woman does have to. Well, she doesn't have to, right? Like, what, you gonna do, beat her up? Nah, but she should.
She should?
She should.
Obey?
Obey. Damn, my nigga's right there. You shocked?
Obey is a rough word.
No, it's not rough.
See, for me, these are effeminate males. He's saying the exact same thing that the women are saying, and that should disturb you. The brain of the human female and the human male are different. And generally, when we observe the human male speaking the way a human female would speak and vice versa, we're observing dysfunction. We wrongly call it masculinity or femininity. You know, if a female is behaving in a foolish way, acting like she's something she's not, we say she's being masculine. She can't be masculine. She's not a man. She's being dysfunctional. Same thing with the male. When they're behaving like a female, they're not being feminine, they're being dysfunctional. And this ball is dysfunctional for surezies, because he's over here saying the exact same thing that the broad said. It's really quite pathetic. And what they often do, the chicks, and also the devils, the chief tool of the devil is deception. So they pretend they don't understand. They understand perfectly well, but they pretend like they don't get it. Bro over here talking about like, obey? Nigga, you know what obey means. Well, you know, the word just seems kind of rough. Well, it's printed there quite clearly. So let's carry on the conversation. We don't need to define what the sentence means. It's just one sentence. How could you ever manage to read a book if one sentence hangs you up so badly?
Yeah. Do you have children?
Yeah.
Do they obey you?
Absolutely.
Oh, so now it's not rough when you're talking about the kids.
It's my kids.
So do you take care of them?
My kids?
Do you take care of your woman?
She take care of me too.
Okay, really? If I talk to her, I say, who's the leader, you or her? What would she say?
Me.
She say, you're the leader. Okay. Now, if you tell her to do something, will she obey you, or will she say, well, I don't know, bruh?
She definitely will hit me with, I don't know.
That's
rough. That's rough. And the nigga, he said it quickly too. So you can tell that's his real life. He didn't have to think about that. That was the truth, not a lie. He says, if I tell my old lady something, she needs to ponder it and basically make her own decision.
It's rough, my boy.
But I think there's a line of, like me and you. We can see an orange,
right,
and have a disagreement about that orange, about whatever the case may be. We have two different views.
Yeah.
I gotta understand where she's coming from with that. That doesn't mean that
so
that
check
what
this
I'm
out.
saying is law.
So check this out. All right, so check this out, right? So say we out here, you know, every now and then them YNs be out wilding. So we out here, let's just imagine it's you and your old lady. YNs out here wilding. Next thing you know, you spot something, right? Because you from Westside Denver Lane, you already peeped it. You like, oh yeah, this is ugly. So you tell Shorty, run. She's like, well, why? Now you're shot. See, now you're shot. Whereas if it's my bro and I say run, Shorty's gone. It's like a cartoon. You just see the smoke shadow. She's gone because I said run. Your girl shot. You probably shot trying to explain to her. You see, when you have a hierarchy, that hierarchy keeps you safe. You have someone competent at the top of it.
Damn. This is
and then the whole thing gonna be in motion, going in the right direction.
Come on. Are you guys getting a delay on the video I'm trying to play?
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me debate that.
Right.
If I'm talking.
Damn. Yeah, internet is tweaking right now. Ladies and saints, I guess maybe if I refresh it. We're at minute 14. Maybe we'll be Gucci. Minute 14.
Colonized. A hierarchy, that hierarchy keeps you safe. You have someone competent at the top of it, and then the whole thing gonna be in motion, going in the right direction.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me debate that.
Right.
If I'm talking with my woman.
Yes, sir.
And she sees something, and most people do.
Yeah.
Where my woman has been in place, and I've been a leader in my house for a long time.
Sure.
But she has seen things that I haven't seen.
Okay.
And she has guided me to areas that I wouldn't have done.
Guiding you.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. Go ahead, though.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There might be a time where I might be making an ill-advised decision.
Let me ask you a question. Do you smoke weed?
Yeah, sometimes.
See, there you go.
I got him.
See, you gotta cleanse yourself. You gotta cleanse yourself.
Right.
The world is judgmental. It's a real world out here. You see, so I think the reason that your woman is able to guide you is because you haven't guided you yet in the right direction. So the way I look at it is, before you can be the boss of somebody else, you got to be the boss of yourself. Exactly. You get it?
So what I'm saying is, so if my lady has something that is outside of my vision,
right,
and outside of my provision,
right, yeah. If she tells you something wise, then think twice on it and move with it.
And then, because of my ego and pride, I might not have the best provision in the world. I might be adherent and 10 toes down about what it is that I'm saying and be dead wrong.
Yeah. And if you smoke weed, I think that's more than likely the case.
I mean, there's a lot of attachments to imperfection about humanity.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
what I also am saying is that when we have two, and we're attacking one problem, it's a lot better than just one and you following.
Correct. But the problem is, when you don't have hierarchy, those two might not be moving in sync. Correct. When you have hierarchy, then we know which way we're going and we move more effectively.
All right, so boom. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I was in the military, right?
Okay.
And my sergeant first class.
Yeah.
Yeah, his military example is like some bullshit, so we just gonna skip past little buddy.
Josh, you need the help, or you got this?
Nah, let's do this, man.
All right, go ahead. I think you understand it.
I understand.
Yeah, it's not astrophysics.
Oh yeah, here we got another one right here. And again, they use the feminine tactics of "I don't understand" when you do understand. This is kind of similar to when chicks will be like, "Hey, Marquette, like I want to be with you, but you're saying that you have to have 2 wives. I don't understand." Well, no, you do. You do understand. Do you understand 1 wife? They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Just multiply that by 2, and then that's what we're talking about. 2 wives." Yeah. The only small details you need to understand is, well, how does a household work if we're under, the same roof? Do you have a sister? Kind of works like that. You have your room, she has her room. You guys going about your life in happiness and cooperation. That's kind of how that works. It only doesn't work if you're a malicious person. If you're a selfish woman of low morals and low characteristics, that's when it doesn't work. Otherwise, it's quite simple. And that's why the 3 Sins Bible: be yourself, be good to yourself, be good to good people. If you are a good person and you're around good people, things tend to be simple and pleasant. In fact, we'd probably have more utopian society with that kind of a setup. It's when you're around people who are ugly, broke, jealous, and these people cause issues in the society. Come on now, pay attention. Shout out to Pawan, writes, "Peace and Saints, supporting the work. Great street debate. I appreciate you." Seems like a lot of folks are enjoying that format. It's not a cheap format. I definitely lose money on that format. But we'll find a way to optimize it, because it seems like it's powerful and it's very much so in line with our ultimate aims within the Assassin, which is to build movement, and movements occur in real life, not on the internet.
We're the bad ones with the big yiddies. I think you understand it.
Okay, so you can see that Brody has a whole canine in his little purse, right? I'm enlarged that so you can see bro's purse and his little cute lap dog. And as far as I'm concerned, that tells us everything that we need to know about Buddy. And when people say, "Don't judge a book by a look," well, shit, I think this tells me it tells me enough. I don't need to know more.
Putting it all together. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Yeah, it's real life, right? Yeah, praise the Lord.
What God say? He gave his womb, he gave his real to a woman, he made woman, right? It's going.
Yes,
Man,
Lord.
and it's like in the absence of knowledge, black people,
Bible, but we'll take it.
Black people need to use religion.
We will absolutely take that. Listen, it's crazy out here. He looked like a nigga I used to kill in basketball at the Boys and Girls Club when I was in middle school. Nigga could never win, but always wanted to play. It was crazy. We had the LGBTQ on deck out here, boy. Do you obey your man? Do you obey your man?
That was a big girl too.
That's crazy.
And it's just like overweight, disrespectful. That's a bad combination. And then have on a super bright red wig to draw more attention to yourself. That's an embarrassment. And frankly, it's upon us to correct that through enormous levels of social sanction. People might say, oh, it's not nice to be mean. No, actually, some people need to be bullied because if they don't get bullied, they'll display antisocial behavior. They'll display the behavior of those who are creating a bad example in the society. They have to be bullied into behaving normally because they're too weird. Yeah, there's a such thing as weirdos, and they're not good for society.
Like, I feel like if you're gonna eat that much, I'm gonna need at least some small percentage of it to go to the wagon.
Oh God.
Some percentage of it.
She was overweight with
Look at
no,
that. Are you getting that on
no
camera?
wagon.
That is gross. It's like I'm punishing the viewers, telling them to get that on camera. Like, what's wrong with me? Sure.
Clarify the statement.
A woman must obey her man. If a woman considers you to be her man, she is subject to what you dictate.
Okay, now you see, this one is another effeminate male. So he has the dog in his purse. So that was basically gay mixed with gay. You just take two buckets of paint of every color, you mix them both up together. That's what that is. And then I reference immaturity. He, instead of responding like a man or an adult, he's like making weird noises with his mouth. Now, in a righteous world, maybe I could take a rusty screwdriver, and I can't say, we're censored, but use your imagination.
So, if a woman, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. So, if a woman must,
You're
I
trying
think
to
you
understand.
understand it. I think you understand it.
I understand.
Yeah, it's not astrophysics.
Must though. Why
Correct.
must?
She signed up for your program. She didn't have to sign up for that program. She could have signed up for anybody's program. She signed up for your program. She needs to be on board. If she's not on board, go ahead, let her free.
Okay.
Get that for the people.
Now, I'm not disagreeing. I just want to clarify which.
Yeah, because the problem is a lot of women are promiscuous. So what happens is the reason they don't want to obey the man that they're with is because they've been with too many men. You heard me? They've been with too many men, so they don't have.
Okay, so what I want you to notice is you saw another one of the whites fly by and just had to yell out something because there's just this evil urge to dominate and dictate. And this is white violence.
Is because
Listen, watch
they've
her.
been with too many men.
See her ride by yelling out stuff. Now, if I'd have fired on her, I'd be wrong, right?
You heard me? They've been with too many men, so they don't have any real connection. They don't have any real connection to anybody. And they'll end up being bad mothers and even worse wives. You see the whites try to ride by and colonize? They're always doing that.
Now, my whole thing is I just always like to hear people out and not just say that I'm picking side, but I always just like to see, like, okay, what are you actually saying? Because a lot of things are slogans.
No,
I'm not saying I'm not saying you are, but a lot of things are slogans.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of things are more so like whether you agree or disagree, but it's like you don't necessarily clarify what you mean.
There's no ism behind it.
You get what I mean? Yeah. So the emotional weight behind what you're saying is must. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So that's the So
Correct.
if you say should,
No,
you
must.
know, no.
Must,
I'm
yeah.
not saying, but hear me out. All I'm saying is when you say, if you rephrase and say, okay, a woman should, a woman, you know, the word must is the emotional word. So that's the issue that people are going to take, because then it's like, okay, women want agency, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
But what
so-
do they do with it?
But that's the thing. It's up to even if you feel like they choose wrong, it's up. They feel like
Come over here, I will. Why do whites always run by? Why do the whites run? Why do the whites babble and start running? Why do the whites start?
Now you guys are noticing it's white person after white person after white person after white person. And someone might say, well, Marquette, why are you making it racial? Because it's a specific race that keeps doing it. Now let's rewind. I'm a black man having a conversation with another black man in a black city in a location that is primarily black. I have nothing to do with anyone else there. Not even other black people, just me and the guy I'm talking to. Then watch this.
wrong is up. They feel like
So then you got the white guy walk by yelling like, "You're talking out of your ass." It's like, wait, what? You don't even know what we're saying. But it's this need to control and dominate. This is white violence. But understand, this is why I call them the white organization, because they collaborate in their evil. And then the ones that are not directly collaborating in the evil, they're watching it, hearing it, and they remain silent. So their silence is a component of the violence. You hear what I'm saying? And it takes a mind such as mine to point this out. It takes a heart such as this to brave it, because they've been doing this shit for hundreds of years, and you all have been scared to do anything. They're the white organization, but you're just a black individual because you refuse to get the knowledge and to organize. That's why I made the black code, so that we have a chance. If you don't have the black code, you're off code. You're a part of the problem.
Over here, I will. Why do whites always run by? Why do the whites run? Why do the whites babble and start running? Why do the whites start running?
hey, I don't want to.
Why are you running? Why are you running, Pinky?
Nah, I'm not saying. Now,
Why do the whites get so angry? It don't
Agency-
bother anybody else.
agency is a big thing with people, bro. So it's like you gotta give people a choice. When you say must,
Oh no, they got no choices over here.
but that's
They can get on program with one of these weak males, but over here they got no choices.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, when it comes to people's agency, when people feel like must, you know what I mean? That's where people is going to take issue with. So I'm not picking a side or whatever.
That's the key for me. The must is what separates the right woman from the wrong woman, right? What do you think? Should you obey your man?
No.
And you, it's a, oh, I like you. I like you. Then you better hang out with, this is a good friend. She gonna lead you down the straight path. You know? And it hurts my heart because you got some pretty skin too, but you tripping already. You done walked up tripping. You tripping. You don't obey your man?
No.
All right, my brother. Hey, it's a pleasure.
And see, you know, you can almost see why the dark-skinned one spoke evil immediately and the fair-skinned one did not. Look at the hair. The dark-skinned one is suffering mentally and probably biologically as well. You know, you'll find that a lot of these hair care products that black females use, because they're trying to emulate the black woman, because they are victims of white supremacy. So they're trying to subconsciously appeal to the white man by looking like the white woman. These products are damaging. These chemicals seep into the scalp, and they're doing great harm biologically, interrupting hormones with these women. And so when you see a black female emulating the aesthetic of the white woman, like this dark-skinned girl here, you already know nothing good is about to come out of her mouth, because there's nothing good in her mind, nothing good in her brain. And it's sad to see. And then the fair-skinned girl, she's braided up in a way that is appropriate for a black female. And she also has thoughts that are appropriate for a black female.
A pleasure. What about you? You obey your man?
I mean, I obey my man. I obey my man.
Thank you. Church. Now, why are you so unruly?
Me unruly?
Correct. Yeah,
How?
you. What you mean, how?
I'm not unruly, actually.
So you're going to get with a man and then not follow his leadership?
Well, he can follow my leadership, actually.
That is the evil laugh.
Because the thing is, I'm the alpha, right? And so the beta has to follow the alpha, if we really think about it.
Do you know what an alpha is?
Yes.
Okay.
Me.
All right. So do you provide? Will you provide for your man as well?
Yes.
So he gets that home. He doesn't have to work. You go work.
Yes.
We got the LGBTQ faction. Come on back. The LGBTQ
Yes,
just
I will
walked
provide
off.
for my man.
Okay, so he can stay at home. He doesn't have to work, and you do all the providing.
Yes.
Do you cook or he cooks?
Probably him, because I don't know how to cook.
You don't know how to cook. That's amazing. And if somebody busts in the house at
The beta has to follow the alpha, if we really think about it.
Do you know how bad a job of parenting, how bad the Black culture must be when you have a girl calling herself an alpha, which is short for alpha male? It's just grotesque. And also the amount of confident stupidity and horse playing with adults on serious topics, not staying in a child's place, not staying in a woman's place. So many things are out of order. That's why you guys constantly hear me talk about hierarchy. And hierarchy involves respecting the self, respecting the position that you are in, respecting others, your elders, your parents, representing your family name, and all of these things are lost. And we like to lie and say it's lost on this generation. It was obviously lost in the generation before as well. You know, this didn't show up all of the sudden. There's no doubt that the crack epidemic in the 1980s didn't help. Oh yeah, and who did that? The white organization. Come on now. You can always find them in the background and in the shadows doing evil.
Do you know what an alpha is?
Yes.
Okay.
Me.
All right. So will you provide for your man as well?
Yes.
So he gets that home. He doesn't have to work. You go work.
Yes.
We got the LGBTQ faction. Come on back.
And then you see the white female dressed as a little boy, and she's with some mixed race female who's, I guess, playing the womanly role in their sick association. And instead of stopping and trying to reason, they walk by and say negative things, slanderous things. And it's because they know that the truth does not favor them. We all know that, you know, it's just like an electrical outlet. You know, you plug it into the socket. You can't take two sockets and you could take two sockets and rub them together, but there's no electricity. There's no creation. There's no procreation. So reason does not favor them, and that's why they avoid reason. They stick to slander, name calling, and destructive behaviors. And this is yet another expression of the white organization.
LGBTQ
Yes,
just walked off.
for my man.
Okay, so he can stay at home. He doesn't have to work, and you do all the providing.
Yes.
Do you cook or he cooks?
Probably him, because I don't know how to cook.
You don't know how to cook. That's amazing. And if somebody busts in the house at night as the alpha, are you going to protect him?
Yes, of course.
And how are you going to do that?
So it's America, so we got guns, right?
Okay.
So that's how. Yeah.
Okay. So what if you didn't hear the person, all of a sudden they're in your bedroom and you got to fight one-on-one?
Well, I know karate.
Okay. So could you beat me up with karate?
Yes.
I'm alpha too. You feel me?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Is she tripping?
Yeah, she's tripping balls.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. She's super tripping
So
balls.
essentially, if you are the alpha and you are providing for me, then that means you gotta do everything, and I'm doing nothing, right? Because I'm just sitting here chilling with my coffee.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Talk to her.
So if you are the alpha, why the hell should I cook if you're providing for me? If we both need to contribute, and if you are the alpha, then that means that I don't have to do anything. You know what I mean?
You can do what you want, honestly.
Listen, if you want to partner with someone in marriage, then we both got to contribute, right? You can't just have a friend and say, I'm going to do everything for you. You don't got to do nothing and expect that friendship to last.
Well, our friendship lasts. Why are you recording me?
She never seen somebody this crazy.
No, I've been with her every day. She's seen me before.
Did you grow with your father?
Yes.
Yes. Is your father the leader in your home?
No.
No. If I asked your father, is he the leader, would he say yes or no?
He said no.
He'd say no.
Yeah.
So your mom's the leader?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. And that's your biological father and your biological mother?
Yes.
Wow, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, bro. What did your father do all this? Smoke weed or something?
It might be true. She started laughing. It might be true.
No, she's a leader, and like we listen to what she says. But my dad, he like gets money and stuff like that.
So you want to be like your dad, not like your mom?
I'm confused.
Yeah.
If your mom is the provider, then why is your dad making money?
I said she's the leader, not the provider. Okay.
So it's a partnership. So if it's a partnership, then if you're the alpha, then I gotta contribute something too, right?
Yeah, that's how the pack works. Oh.
So then you ain't the alpha anymore.
Me?
Yeah. Because if you were the alpha, you would do everything for me. I wouldn't have to do shit.
Did he get you?
Yeah.
He got you? Okay. So what makes you smart enough to know the man's the leader? How'd you figure that out? How'd you figure that out?
The man's the leader. Okay, so I think in a relationship, the man's like usually the one who's providing and stuff, and the woman, of course, they can help with the man, but it's usually the man who's helping, like doing most of it and providing for the woman. But of course, as I said, the woman also like help. How I say it? Help the man too, you know, like
support role.
Yeah, support. Just be the support.
That's good. That's good. Now, how are you two friends if you guys think so differently?
Okay, so we're friends because we met in 7th grade and we were like, she sat with me at lunch one time and then we started talking and then she started hanging out with our friend group and then we all became good friends. Even though we have different thoughts, we still like managed to work out our friendship and just become good friends.
That's nice. That's nice. Who's the leader, the man or the woman?
Oh, I'm not in this.
Who's the leader, the man or the woman?
You know what I want you to observe though? The fair-skinned girl is actually the one that's likable, decent, and reasonable. The dark-skinned girl, and I'm not calling them this to bring their complexion into this discussion. I have no intention of being colorist. I'm just describing the differences so you know who I'm talking about. The dark-skinned girl in the story, she went and sat down with the light-skinned girl and became a part of the light-skinned girl's friend group, which linguistically suggests that the dark-skinned girl did not have a friend group of her own, which makes sense given the Looney Tune nature of her conversation. These are the people who are maladjusted, and these are the folks who say things like, oh, I like dogs, I like animals because they're better than humans. It's like, well, actually, no, they're not better than humans. You're just not a good human. No one likes you. You're not a good person. And being that you lack empathy and basic understanding of other human beings, you find it hard to make friends and make bonds. And so you instead deal with animals whose nature you've broken, and they have to come to you for their source of food. And you also keep them separated from those of their species. It's really quite a cruel thing. You're a psychopath. It just so happens that you're not so psychotic that we've locked you away. So we allow you to walk among us as someone who is not mentally well or emotionally whole. You're welcome. Anyways, carrying on.
And I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you.
I don't believe in God, but
I don't either, but I'm gonna still do it. That's how bad you are right now. That's why I don't even believe. You tripping.
I'm not tripping.
You said you're an alpha woman. That's not even a real thing.
I have a question. Alpha is also not even a real thing either, so if you really think about it.
What's your question?
You posting this on the Instagram?
some clips will go on IG, but it's live on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it the same YouTube?
Yep. MarquettDavon. Yeah. Check us out.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is she with us? A woman should obey?
The way I see it is everything is just like how you word.
What kind of man you gonna be with? You gonna pick the wrong one? All right. I call it even. Shaking your head like that? You shouldn't be shaking your head. No, we know better than that. How to? Yeah.
Reaction.
Redemption right there. The world has been redeemed. All jelly. He's trying to get his finesse on with the camera. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Less desirable males be having the most clever schemes. Where are you from?
Yeah, come back.
They're talking to you. I want to hear what you guys say.
Where are you from?
I'm from LaGrange, Georgia.
LaGrange, Georgia? Where the hell is that? Is an hour from there? Is that a north, south, or what?
South.
It's south.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually closer to me then. I got a plantation 2 hours south of here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you might need to come by.
A plantation?
Yeah, a plantation. We're on 60 acres. I need somebody to work it though. I'm trying to convince some of these whites to come work it. I'm trying to, yeah. But why you don't have a man being this fine? Explain that to me. Yeah, I'm slide, yeah. Yeah, blatantly too, you heard me? Blatantly.
I have no comment right
You
now.
have no comment? But you are trying to change that though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You got any kids?
I don't have, I'm a dog mom.
You're a dog mom. You plan to have some babies though?
When I get married.
Yeah, I hear that. Because you got a decent height on you too. I feel like we can make something.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. I'm Marquette.
I'm Ahana. Nice to meet
Mahana?
you.
Ahana. Okay, I thought we was Eminem for a second.
No, M&A.
Okay. Yeah. You gonna shoot me a DM?
You can shoot me one.
Oh, I can shoot you one.
Yeah.
But tell me this, are we shooting it for real or are we just playing with it? I mean, let me know something. I don't want to waste my time.
I don't want to waste my time
All
either.
right. Say something to yourself. Say something to yourself that I want to hear.
I'll take that trash, all that.
I like that. This young man is hustling.
I really want to. And I'll work.
Tap in with me in 2 hours when we wrapping up so I can really holler at you.
Okay, I'm probably not hustling head out.
Here. Why they hating on you? They hating on you. They need to be chilling out so you can do your thing. Yeah.
Boy, if I really want in.
I'm the nigga she obey. I'm the nigga she obey.
Oh, this your girl.
Step back.
Wait.
This my cousin.
Okay, I was
yeah. And shout out to security for stepping in. Shout out to the Saints, man. Shout out to Cam. That was beautiful. That was right on time. That's good work. That's number one. Then number two, it's like, why you being goofy, my nigga? Like, go play with yourself. Play with your kids. Play with your meat. Don't play with niggas like me. Like, I don't even know you, partner. But it's just like, why are you like playing games with grown niggas you don't know? Like, that's not masculine. You don't, listen, we can slap fives and all of that stuff at the right time. But like, why are you walking up, getting out of, like, you're out of line right now? But here's the crazy thing. This is why you got to keep these dweebs from around you. Because baby girl trying to upgrade, like, I could tell she's seen enough life to where she like, oh yeah, like I need to go ahead, see what's going on and see if I could get myself a one-way ticket to the United States of Marquettica. I need to visit Marquettifornia. I need to see what it do in Marquettadelphia. She trying to upgrade her life. Then you got this goofy ass nigga over here playing games. And the worst thing about it is this clown ass behavior. He don't even realize like that can escalate and go left. Because, you know, you start dealing with egos and stuff, like we don't know each other. You know, maybe a wrong word or two get out. Next thing you know, violence then outbroke just because you were joking around. Like, come on, because like you done walked up on me. Like, I could have took offense just to the fact that you walked up on me talking about like I'm the one she obey. Like, yeah, like you could just sit your ass down. Stop trying to be on camera.
Yeah, go ahead, girl. You know.
Why he don't
Like
know?
I don't know if bro is zesty or something. Like that was some zesty shit right there.
How to throw the assist? He hating on you. Give me a hug.
All right.
Show a little fun. I'm gonna see you. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Security.
Yeah.
Can I get in it?
Yeah.
It's not disrespectful, right?
Yeah.
Come on, we go. Okay, that security, we said catch you in 2 hours.
Yeah, in 2 hours. Holla at me.
For real.
It's 6 o'clock. That'll be 8 o'clock.
That's the time they close. Okay, thanks.
All right, for sure.
Go back over there since you just said that.
For sure.
You got something from
Wait, come here. All right, don't videotape.
Now here's the thing, you got old school over here, the older black woman, and this is where the poison starts, right? The poison starts with the black woman, the mom, right? And then she just passes shit on through the generations. But where did it even start before her? The slave master. So what happened, and I did a piece on this, it was really deep. I used to publish a kind of like a short TV show called Burton Plantation. I did one episode called The Willie Lynch Letter. You guys should check it out. And I stopped it because people weren't supporting, but go figure, black people not supporting things that support them. We always say within this thing of ours, show love to those who show love to you. But anyways, in the Willie Lynch letter, it talks about conditioning the female slave so that she raises up the children in a way that maintains the mental bondage and raises them in the state of a slave. So the slave master implanted ideas and remove certain ideas from the mind of the black woman, the mother. And then the mother is the first teacher of the child. So the mother teaches the child to be a slave. You hear me? And so what you basically had was Big Mama over here talking about, do you listen to yo mama? Well, first off, you should be asking, do I listen to my father? Because here's the thing, the father is the ultimate authority and the ultimate wisdom. But she's concerned with, do you listen to your mother? Why? Because the black culture in America has been a matriarchy and it has failed. But women don't admit their mistakes or have accountability. So we're continuing with the BS. You dig?
What's up with the young boys wilding? It's like, oh yeah, let me acknowledge some of the folks supporting the work. I appreciate those of you. For the man, it's no benefit. The only time you would even ever want to settle down in any kind of relationship with a female is when you're trying to have kids. That's it. That's the only time. Other than that, you're getting scammed.
I'm giving respect to y'all. Blessings to y'all.
All jelly.
Shout out to Xavion. He writes, why is it that certain people try to have you explain the most simple terms? What do you mean by obey? It's almost like a tactic to get you off your square by frustration. Peace of saints indeed. And this is something that silly blacks do. This is something that clever whites do. This is something that Jay Dyer tried to do. And it didn't work in either case. But it is originally the tactic of the devil. And we see that these blacks operate with the playbook of the devil.
You know what I'm saying? You can't show love. One thing about us, we got demons. All of us got demons in us.
This boy, the caucasity of this young man. The caucasity of that young man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's Jordans. I can't do it. I need that.
How much niggas walk in and talk about this shit, son?
What's that?
So what does a woman obey you, her man mean? What does that mean to you, son?
That means that if I say jump, she jump. If I say jump and she jump in the air and I say stay there, she just freeze in the air.
So this type of shit, like, you make your wife cut her food for you and put it in your mouth?
Nah, she don't put it in my mouth, but when that steak comes, she definitely gonna make sure it's how I like it.
Cut her and shit?
Absolutely.
Not her feeding you.
Nah, just because that's not what I want. You feel me?
If you didn't want that, it'd be like that.
100%. Mando. Because, I mean, what wouldn't she do for me? right? Because at the end of the day, if she says you're her protector, right? Say I pull the UWAP out and you step in front of the bullet for her as her protector. So you would step in front of a bullet, but she wouldn't cut up your steak? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's the thing, is a lot of boys get finessed out here because they ain't got this ism, you know?
So this is your philosophy.
Yeah. And we need some philosophy, because a lot of people, they get drunk on that Jesus and it ain't really been helping people.
I mean, I feel like especially that depends how you apply it though.
That's true of many things. Yeah, that's true of many things.
I remember, like, faith without works is dead, bro.
I agree. That's the part, right? It's the works. You know, people, they read the scripture, but they don't apply the scripture. But most of them don't even read it. How about that?
How about that?
Yeah. How you feel?
I just want to put in a little piece. What's going on,
Yeah,
man?
I'm chilling, man. What's on your mind?
Number one, I feel like a lot of women these days are scared of that word right there, obey.
Yes, sir.
I feel like they feel like it makes them less than, but in
Yes, sir.
reality, it comes with the services, you know.
Shout out to that young man, came in, speaking appropriately, adding value.
It's not in real life.
It's
in the
Slidey
Bible, it's not in real life.
McSliderson. Slidey McSliderson.
How are you? Marquette.
But do I have to be?
No, you don't have to be on video. No.
I'd love to have a conversation.
Where are you from?
See,
From Chattanooga, Tennessee.
See, what I'm gonna tell you is this: I don't understand how people be holeless and doleless. I don't get it. Like me personally, I don't understand, because I'm running several businesses. I'm running so many plays. Like people like, Marquette, when do I talk to women? Like, nigga, I was just standing in one place for a couple hours and talked to damn near 30 of them. I don't know how y'all niggas is starving out here. You don't have no work ethic. You know, you're standing in the place that you're in because that's where you want to be. I make every effort to share the wealth that I have, whether it's in a literal sense. Like people might not realize that, you know, when I go to a street debate, people, I saw one white dude was like, he's just here to make money. I'm like, word, is that a fact? As soon as I got here, I gave a couple $100 to the black kids who are selling candy, right? Then I support other things in other ways, which I'm not going to speak of publicly while I was there. I lost $600 that day. You hear me? I lost $600 that day. You guys see the super chats coming for like $2, $3 when they're coming to Venmo, Cash App. It was $2, $3 when it's coming to Stripe. It was $2, $3. I lost $600 that day. You know, a lot of people, they speculate on things that they just don't know about. So what I want you guys to know is when I teach you about money and I teach you about women, it's because I'm expert at it. It's because I do it at a high level. So skool.com/MarquetT/classroom. I have lessons on product-based business. My favorite course on there in terms of getting money is the one on AI and how to create your own app. But if you're not into that, you might want the one on product-based business. You take tangible products like a phone or a pillow or something you understand, and you figure out how to produce it and how to sell it and make yourself a goddamn dollar. I also have big game conference. Everything involving women, how to select them, how to approach them, how to lead them in relationships, how to make sure they don't finesse you financially, how to decide which ones to have kids with. All things women. I talk about the things that I know well. If you are holeless and doleless, that's because you have a lack of knowledge and or action. So you should change that. Because I just look at y'all niggas like y'all deserve to suffer. I mean, you watching me do a live stream and I'm over here setting up everything to get cracked.
Oh, you're from Tennessee.
I am.
I've been to Nashville. I was thinking about actually moving over there, but I didn't end up doing it.
No, you don't want to go to Nashville.
Really? Country music capital of the world.
It's fine over there. But Chattanooga's very different than Nashville. Chattanooga's very like outdoorsy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nashville's music and Broadway.
I already live on a plantation, my primary residence.
Really?
Yeah.
Where at? 3
hours south of here. Very rural southern Georgia.
How do you like that?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah.
That's so interesting. Do you have family?
I think we all have family. You mean like that creative family?
Yeah. Do you have a wife and kids?
No. Do you?
I don't have a wife. Though.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen.
No, I'm not married.
So the conversation is actually very meaningful. The nature of the questions she asks reveals what kind of woman she is and also her intentionality. You see, Some women don't care if you have a family. They're like, hey, you're attractive, let's go. You're well off, let's go. But also it lets you know, well, what is she seeking, which is important. And also, are you a candidate for what she ultimately wants? Then there's the strategic withdrawal. Because I'm not about to invest a lot of time in anything because, if I go to work, I need to get paid. You dig? If I go to work, I need to get paid. I'm about to do a live stream. I'm not about to try to take this down like a hitman. So let me go ahead and withdraw. I'm going to collect that contact info. We're going to follow up on the back end and see if it's really real. A lot of you guys, you meet the chick, you over here jaw jacking. Yeah, see, that's feminine. A lot of talking, a lot of babbling. That's what women do. Men don't do that. We're going to get to that point. So I'm ready to withdraw up out of this conversation. Pay attention as to what happens when I pull the withdrawal. Okay. I got you.
Wow. Okay, so you live out there by yourself.
Yeah, so again, I wanted to have one place rural and then one place in the city.
Okay, so
because you got to. No, actually I have a place in Miami.
Oh, Miami.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a little bit too much sometimes. So I'm going to shut down in Miami into January. And so I'm thinking about what city do I want to pop up in.
And it's not Atlanta?
I can't do Atlanta.
Why?
These are not my kind of people.
Wait, where did you say you were from?
Los Angeles. I didn't say.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you might get.
I'm tempted. I'd love to go back. I'm not hearing good things. I haven't been in a long time, but I like the weather there because it's dry heat, no rain. You can't beat it. Yeah, so who knows?
But I haven't been in probably 3 years, but I don't know. I feel like it's so spread out.
It is.
Like what I like about, well, not all of Atlanta. Atlanta's pretty spread out too. But there's parts of Atlanta that feel very walkable, like you can do.
You live here now?
Yeah, I live down Beltline.
Ah, okay.
So I grew up in Chattanooga. Now I've lived here for like 3 years.
Oh, you're a vet. Okay. I actually lived here for 6 months while I was house shopping for the plantation because I wanted land. I wanted like build stuff. Yeah. Your boy Trump has fucked the economy, so it's like slowed everything down.
Not my boy. Man,
Jesus, I'm gonna whoop his ass when I see him. Are you an athlete or something? Or are you just like in hella shape?
Not an athlete. I played soccer in high school.
Okay.
But yeah, living on Beltline, I feel like is the best motivation.
Yeah.
Because everybody looks good.
I'm not gonna go that far. You're tripping. You're tripping on that.
Not everybody.
But I feel you. Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, it's so easy. It's so accessible. So I love that here.
Yeah. Okay. So you'd recommend living on the Beltline?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how old you are. I feel like it's. I couldn't live here forever.
Yeah.
I would get probably a little tired, a little overstimulated.
Yeah. That's why I had the plantation.
That makes sense. Yeah. To have the city and that.
Yeah.
Do you have like animals and stuff?
I don't. Nah. My assistant was saying I should get some goats because I guess they eat grass. Yeah. But I don't know anything, so we'll see. I'm trying to. I'm working on a pilot's license right now. Oh wow. So I'm like, if I get goat.
It's like a personal? Or
private pilot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when you live in the middle of nowhere, you need your own airplane.
I bet.
Yeah.
The Atlanta airport is not where you want to be.
Not at all. Yeah. So I'm working on that. So I'm like, if I get goats and I'm coming back landing, I don't want to run over one of the goats.
You know, I've never thought about that.
I'm thinking for the future. You feel me?
You could have like a little fence.
Little section them off.
Yeah.
That's also more work. my thing in life is simplicity and oneness. I try to keep simplicity and oneness.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about. I mean, we can talk about that question.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about like your whole thing here. What you're trying to accomplish.
So I had to tell him to stop filming the ground. Yeah. Not on the ground though. So like at least give the folks something to see.
Is this like a stream?
Yeah, it's stream. Yeah. So we focus on health, wealth, relationships. So that's like our main stuff: health, wealth, relationships. Today we're talking about relationships and just a proper order to relationships. Find an upright man, get in a relationship with him, be happy, prosper, make a bunch of babies, and then humankind goes on the right way.
Are you coming from a biblical view?
Not quite, in as much as for us, we just hope that whatever you do believe in, you actually exemplify. Like, so if you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, you be the best of Christians, Muslims, Jews, or even atheists.
Yeah.
So we try to simplify it. So I got a 3-sentence Bible. Be yourself, be good to yourself, be good to good people. So that's...
What about be good to bad people?
No.
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 Well,
No.
but
No.
maybe.
Yeah, no.
No?
No, that's not
Like,
what I'm
be
thinking.
good to
Be good to good people.
be good to yourself. Be good to
Or, no, be yourself,
be yourself.
be good to yourself,
And
be good to good people. In that order, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to operate out of a sense of I know who I am, and I'm treating I'm like showing.
You know who you are. You respect who you are. Like, you don't let other people take you out of that. Like, for example, I don't drink. Like, I'm not gonna go hang out with people because they're drinking. I start drinking.
Yeah.
Be good to yourself. Exercise. Eat healthy. And be good to good people. You know, when you encounter someone, if you can do something to make them happier or help their life along, they should experience you like a cool breeze. And when you leave, they should be thinking, man, I wish she was around.
Yeah.
When you come back, oh, it's great to see you. Like, that should be your effect.
Yeah.
So,
That's not a lot of people's mind.
correct.
People are very like kind of put your spirit at like I don't know. You're a little bit like disruptive after you talk
Yeah,
to them.
sure.
But you have a very like calm presence about you, so I feel like you're living that out.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out of your hair right now. I'm gonna get you out of my hair.
Wait, but I want to hear your thoughts on this.
You want to hear my thoughts?
So you're saying
You want to hear my thoughts? Okay.
so
Now, I said, I want to get you out of my hair. I'm going to get out of your hair. So I'm ready to dip. She said, wait. I want to hear your thoughts. Now, my friends, this is what you call game. Not playing games. I'm not playing games. It's game, knowledge, information, wisdom, strategy. And when you have game, which is rare, she's like, let me get a few more tastes of that. I think I like that flavor. That's game. That's why I'm the greatest. Carrying on.
So it sounds like, and I don't disagree with this. So I actually don't want to prove you wrong. But I do agree that there's not a lot of men that are acting in a way that a woman should obey.
Correct. And I think that is one thing we have to accept. And so I think if women avoid promiscuity and they're actually dating for the purpose of building family, it's going to save them a lot of heartache and trouble. And I think once men observe that, hey, you're not going to get a shot at a woman unless you're a serious man, they'll improve their behavior and conduct.
But some women are going to get them that chance anyways.
Exactly. Absolutely. And that's why we say be good to good people. Stay separate from that. Like, one thing I realized when I was, I've never dated a woman who smokes cigarettes. It's because like you try to like attracts like.
Yeah.
And I think that you ultimately will suffer if you are around people who are too unlike you in a bad way.
And you try and become like a chameleon.
Then you're not being yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. You're wise. Look at you. Look at you. You already got this, isn't it?
Well.
I got to get back to work though.
Okay. Well, good luck out there.
You never told me your name.
Ella.
Ella.
Yes. What's that one?
Do people just bust out into that song like Ella?
Yes,
Yeah.
all the time actually.
Okay.
Wait, what's your name?
Marquette.
Is that French?
Now I got a crazy ass aunt. You know, black people just be making up names. I had a crazy ass aunt. Yeah. Yeah, my aunt crazy as shit.
She named you?
Yeah, how crazy? Like, you would think in 9 months my mom would have came up with something.
She didn't have anything.
Nah, baby's coming out. She's like, well, what do you think? My aunt's like, I got it. And shout out to her because it's only one Marquette.
That's right. I've never heard that name before.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
That's really cool.
You gonna shoot me a DM?
Yeah. Gotta find you first. For a follow, or you won't find me if I follow you.
Yeah, I don't really care about followers.
I have a feeling you're about to have a lot of followers. Am I wrong? No, not wrong. That's crazy.
I like your nails too.
Oh, that there's nothing on
Yeah,
there?
natural. Natural.
All right, well, I am going to follow you. You're following nobody?
You know what the funny thing is? Here's the weird thing.
What you want me to
I
say?
secretly hate. Oh, what I want you to say? You're my favorite person now. I want you to
I'm
say.
going to say I'm so glad I'm your
No. You asked me what I want you to say. I want you to say that.
Ain't no hater. I'm gonna let you know, dog.
I await the day that you. Yeah, you asked me. You asked me. You asked me. I'm just trying to answer your request out here.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say.
Wow.
That's so funny.
You already violated the sign.
I didn't violate
You violated the
What you
sign
mean?
already. That
No,
was quick.
oh, I'm not.
That was quick. And you asked me too. That was like
I don't
a
know you
setup.
yet.
That was a
I
setup.
don't know you yet.
Are you gonna get to know me?
Maybe.
All right. Hey, give me a hug. You're too fine.
It's nice to meet you.
Looking all in shape too. I like that.
I'm clean here, bro. I pay attention to the crowd.
Yeah.
Your staff is on point, bro.
Absolutely.
That's a good
Absolutely.
look.
The
They ain't
Saints.
slipping up.
Disciplined
None,
men.
bro.
Disciplined men.
I gotta
Yeah.
give you,
Yeah.
bro. I follow
appreciate
you,
that.
bro.
I
Keep that shit
appreciate
up, bro.
Sir, yes, sir.
It's necessary.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes.
My name is Alexander Matt.
How are you, Alexander?
Good.
Just come over here.
Oh, I just came here to personally give you tuition.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Alexander. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that, man. Pleasure. You got to tap in with the section. We need you a part of the section, but thank you. Thank you. And I always feel awkward accepting it, but I realize in life that if someone gives you a gift, you don't slap it out of their hand, right? That's actually rude to deny someone else trying to bless you. So shout out to Alexander. I appreciate it. Shout out to all the saints who support the work. Beautiful thing.
That's the training center.
She could go shopping. She can go to university, maybe take some courses. That's about it.
So okay, what if she told you?
Yeah.
Say for example, y'all well off. You know what I'm saying?
We are well off, but go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all got the space and the time, and she decides she want to go on a solo trip.
Okay, somebody sent their email address. They say that they disagree with many of my takes and they'd like to come on and challenge me. It can be done. It can be done, no problem. He says debunk them. Okay, very good. Okay. Go ahead and send this fella the link and he'll come on and attempt to debunk my claims.
Solo trip somewhere.
Solo.
Yeah.
Solo.
Yeah.
Like by herself.
Yeah.
She for the streets. She for the streets. That's not even safe. That's not even safe.
Yeah.
In our culture, we say travel in tribes. You feel me?
What is your culture?
The saints, the good people of the earth. We say travel in tribes because it's a dangerous world out here.
What is the
Let me ask you a question. Are you by yourself right now?
No.
Okay. Say if you were by yourself, would you feel safe? Like if all of these men gathered around you, you wouldn't feel safe, right? You prefer to have somebody having your back, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So imagine you being a woman, you're in an even weaker position. And you know how thirsty dudes are. Y'all know how thirsty dudes are, right? So it's not proper for a woman to go out by herself.
I mean, you right.
Yeah.
You're right. But I'm just saying, like, out of the desire to want to do it.
That desire is a wicked desire.
A wicked
That's
desire.
a wicked desire.
Okay.
That's a wicked desire.
Let me ask you,
Yes, sir.
what's the backstory of the saints? Like, what are the saints?
That's a good question. The good people of the earth. We don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't use alcohol. We're honest in our business.
So you guys might remember this young man. He's the guy that I was talking to right before the Colonizer came on. So you're about to see the Colonizer show his ugly head shortly. Shout out to Carter. He writes, the young man with the blue backpack has a hustler's initiative, but unfortunately he is unrefined and has been misled. Did anything come of his offer to work, Saint? I asked him to come back at a certain time and we were going to exchange contact information. We didn't get to make that happen, but I trust I'll encounter him again. Shout out to Bieber, who just started following on Twitch. We thank you. And all of you guys can follow me on twitch.tv if you choose. And it's good because they actually send out the notifications, and it's at the bottom, twitch.tv/MarquettDavon. So they send out the notifications. You guys know YouTube censors me a lot, so you'll always be able to find me on Twitch. And I see the fellow joined on. His camera's not on, so we'll need you to turn your camera on, and we'd be happy to engage the conversation. That has been a standard that we've always had. I also acknowledge Johnny comes in via Venmo, writes tuition. I appreciate you. I also acknowledge via PayPal. Shout out to Wayne, writes tuition. Shout out to Portia, came in as well, supporting. And Wayne comes back. He writes, salute to you for standing up to that colonizer. We kill our own, and we think that's tough. The real enemy is the one. Oh, the real enemy is the one who won't leave us alone. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm just there in peace and prosperity, engaging a conversation with a young gentleman. So for the fellow who's joined in to get on the live stream, you need to turn on your camera, then we'll engage the conversation.
Feelings. We do the right thing.
So what defines the right thing?
Depends on your culture. Within our culture, it's be yourself, be good to yourself, be good to good people.
So what is y'all outside perspective on the people outside of the saints?
Well, some people may be saints, right? Like if you don't drink, if you don't use alcohol, if you don't smoke, if you exercise every day, if you treat people with regard, you may be a saintly person.
Okay, do all of the saints have the same doctrine towards women?
This is a culture. You see, like for example, if you were Jewish or if you were Muslim, you might have a specific way that you structure your relationships. So our relationships are hierarchical. Hierarchical, yes.
Okay.
Like for example, if I went to your house,
right,
I'm not gonna sit at the head of your table.
Right. But okay, so you think of it as what? When you say hierarchical, you're placing yourself above the woman.
No, I'm already above her. I'm not placing myself there. I'm already there.
Already there, how?
Yes, sir.
Like already there by default?
Baltazar, right? Salute
Or
to you, much
in
respect.
terms of like
Appreciate
financial
you.
position, or
No, by default.
Just by existing.
By existing, yes, as a man. Like if I was a male and not a man, then it'd be different. Because a woman shouldn't deal with a male; she should only deal with a man.
What's
a
the
man
difference?
has values. A man has leadership. He has discernment. He has emotional stability.
Okay.
He's offering value.
Okay.
A male is immature. A male is incompetent. A male is unproductive. A male loves video games. A male squanders time.
Well, I feel like a lot of those things come to what you desire, right? Like I feel like how do you have the power to determine what a man is to another man?
You don't have to take my definition. You take yours.
I mean, well, my definition depends on what you value. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everybody values something different. Whereas you might look at.
Wait, is that true? You said everybody values something different?
Yeah, everybody values something
Is that
different.
true? I'll give you an example of how that's not true.
Okay.
Everybody values money. And
Not true.
You're lying.
I have a friend that does not value money.
Yeah,
you're
go find
lying.
him. Bring him here. I want to meet him.
Yeah, he went off on like an idiotic line.
I'll take the 200.
It's not.
You hear me? I'll take it.
I'm
Is
sure
this
you
y'all
would.
friend?
No.
So here we go.
In life,
folks.
you only have one chance. You feel me? Nobody knows what happens when we go out of this motherfucker.
So your girl is you like your girl to go on a solo trip.
I would like my girl to experience life however she wants to.
Right.
You feel me? Because I would do the same thing. I
Yes.
would run off and go on a solo trip.
And I think your girl is gonna be getting plowed by random niggas in Jamaica.
I mean, but if that's the
Come on now. Come on.
case,
Yeah.
then
And then she
It
gonna
wasn't-
come back to you and act like nothing happened.
if that's the case, then
And then you're gonna find out that your kid ain't your kid.
she could be getting plowed in America though. You feel me? Like if she's getting plowed in Jamaica,
yeah.
she could definitely be getting plowed in America too. So
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't
Probably
make a
both.
difference.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference.
Yes.
Truthfully,
So what I'm saying is your selection criteria for females is gonna lead you to a promiscuous woman.
I mean, I feel like I done dealt with promiscuous women anyway. But
Have you ever
said-
been cheated on by a female?
Yes, but
That
you
hurts.
said it
That's
does.
my whole point.
But you
That's
said
my point,
you said
bruh.
women are
He
promiscuous from the
tripping.
jump.
Why you tweaking?
You said women
Yeah.
are
Nah, he
23.
tweaking.
I had one that was
Mine's 28.
yeah.
Here we go.
You feel me? You feel me? So it's like you said they was promiscuous from the jump. So is any woman really not?
Is any woman not
From your perspective-
promiscuous?
From your perspective.
Yeah, definitely.
Or is it just the ones that fuck with you?
No, I think that there are a lot of women who are not promiscuous. There are a lot of women who are not promiscuous.
And the funny thing is, he thought he had cooked with that. That's the worst part. And you know, these less desired males, they don't realize that they see the world according to the man that they are, and the opportunities that they've had as themselves, right? Just like, for example, the worst person to learn the world from is a beautiful woman. A beautiful woman doesn't know the world. A beautiful woman gets things for free that are not free to any other demographic. They don't know the world at all. Come on now. May I acknowledge via Cash App? Shout out to Terlonius, right? Supporting. Came in via Cash App. Appreciate you. May I also acknowledge via PayPal. Clay comes in. He writes, "Get the black code, my people." Listen, we need it. We're about to see why shortly. Appreciate you putting the people onto something good, Clay.
It's just about being able to select them and pick them out. I think that your mentality, you're gonna find a liberal female and she gonna finesse you.
Okay, so how would you feel, right, if your whole criteria was filled out and she still fucked up? Then what?
That's life. And then you carry on.
That's what I'm saying. It's life.
No, that's not what you said. That's not what you said, my boy.
There's nothing you can do to control what a woman.
What you're doing is you're playing percentages. So what your goal is, no, I'm telling you, in life, you're supposed to play the percentages. So you're trying to create the situation wherein you have the highest percentage of success. Success is never guaranteed. You put yourself in position. And so what I'm saying is that your criteria does not put you in the best position. It puts you in a risky position. Okay. And I'm saying that a super player would never do that.
Okay. So the thing is, though, every position that you could be in that includes another person, which is a factor that you cannot control,
right,
is a dangerous situation.
Dangerous?
Yes.
We're getting there right now, ladies and gentlemen.
You cannot, and that's why I said it's selection. You're selecting the right
That's
woman.
what I'm saying. So if you,
like, for example, do you care how many bodies your girl got?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. How many bodies can she have?
I'm not.
Dun, dun, dun. Wait, what?
Yeah, get this.
Wait, that was crazy. Did you guys see the video just skipped out of nowhere? What in the world? That was bizarre. Nah, did you? Come on, somebody in the live chat, tell me. Did you notice the video just skipped out of nowhere? That was bizarre. Man, listen, I'm telling you guys, I'm spooked, homie. I am spooked. There are just too many abnormal things that happen around me. Oh, man, I'm spooked. Shout out to Mr. Different, Not Average, writes, tuition for the game and putting that colonizer in his place. Peace to the saints. I appreciate you. Yeah, now that was spooky. It literally skipped over the one part that we were watching for, which is when the devil was put back in his cage. That was really weird. Bizarre. I'm damn near wondering if they cut that out of my video. That's really weird. That was mad strange. Yeah. Keep skipping again. Work with me here, folks. Now I'm gonna let it load up. I'm gonna let it load up, but that was weird. All right, now let's get to this. I got some big, ugly woman messaging me on IG. When I say ugly, not because of her appearance, but because of her attitude. She's a black female, but she's a tool of white supremacy, which is a lot of them are. Now, let me say something crazy. That sounds crazy, but it's actually true. You can find more black females who are tools of white supremacy than you can white females dating a black man who are tools of white supremacy. Marquette, what did you say? I'm saying that a white woman who dates a black man, if I took 100 of them and then I take black women that date black men, I'd say you probably find more white supremacists among the black women. Yeah, I know. Doesn't, I know. Stings, I know.
How many bodies could a 21-year-old girl have?
So, if I was just with...
Bro, hurry up, man. Quit playing. How many bodies?
I think I'll think it. But this is annoying.
You're a...
Now, here's the crazy thing. It was rude on so many levels. It's like, first off, we're talking. You interrupted a conversation. Secondly, we're filming. Now you're getting into the film. Thirdly, you have no authority to do what you're attempting to do. So why are you doing it? You see, what people deny, certain demographic, is that the reason he felt he had the authority to do that is because he believes he has authority over black people. He doesn't think that he works for the government, the state of Georgia or the city of Atlanta. He thinks that as a member of the white organization, he gets to regulate the affairs of black individuals, which is why I made the black code, because us being individuals makes us weak. But it just so happens that he was there confronting the founder of the black code, who was doing what I recommend, which is traveling in tribes. And I have my tribe with me. Not that I needed them, because I was fully ready for the smoke, but my tribe helps. And because we're organized and people tend to respect organization and the way that we do things, even the community that was there vouched for us, because we're clean, honest, honorable, well-dressed men. So let's observe a little more closely. So we see this doofus ride up.
So,
and mind you, up to this point, hundreds of people have ridden by, unbothered.
I was messing with...
Bro, hurry up, man. Quit playing.
So here he is, he's going by. He's slowed down unnecessarily. He's looking like, oh, well-dressed black man, tall, strapping, talking to a black youth. I, the Iceman, need to insert myself because it seems like a good place.
I think how many bodies?
So then he interrupts rudely while having arms that looks like he's never lifted a heavy object in his life. He says, this is annoying. Bitch, this is not annoying because this has nothing to do with you. In fact, if you stayed on your bicycle, you would have only passed by us for a mere 2 seconds. You have nothing to do with us. We have nothing to do with you. It's not annoying. You're trying to make it an annoyance. But here's the kicker. Even if it is annoying, so what? That's life. That's life, my dear boy. And then he says, you need to go. Who like, this nigga thought he was John Gotti.
I think how many bodies? I think I'll think it. But this is annoying. You're in the way.
You're a devil. You're a devil. Get out of here.
Now, I want to tell you guys something. In my book, The Black Box, which is a story of my life, age 0 to 25, and took 10 years to write, and I wrote it for you. There are a lot of lessons I talk about in going from the ghetto that I grew up in into corporate success. And there are lessons that you learn in an American ghetto that are very useful. Second chapter of my book is entitled Swing First, which means that I don't ever wait for anybody to swing on me. If I have any feeling that you want smoke, I'm going to give you all of the smoke. Yeah, I'm going to give it all to you, little buddy. So I could tell that this devil wanted to get out of his body. So I said, okay, yeah, let's do that. But let's go the whole mile, though, because that's what I'm about. So as soon as I saw he thought he wanted to get out his body, I was like, yeah, let me put him back in. And look at how young sis is looking at Brody. She looking at him like, what is this nigga thinking? She looking at bro like, what? Who told this nigga that he was the new Grand Wizard? This man then rolled up like the Confederacy won Georgia. Yeah, she was looking at this young man dumbfounded, which absolutely makes sense because he's setting himself up for something that he really don't want. Huh? Shout out to David, came in by Venmo. He writes, peace to the Saints tuition. Thank you for all the game, Mr. Burton. Shout out to Sass in LA. Shout out to Sass in LA. Shout out to Chris running it over there. Shout out to my confirmed Saints. Shout out to Irvin. Let's go ahead and get it.
Always you whites coming over here to try to colonize. This is Atlanta. Get up out of here. We don't let you control anymore, boy.
And you'll notice he had the little she-devil, the little female white devil with him in the background, and she's there monitoring the situation. They like to monitor, right? So she's there as a witness and as an additional party to the evil, the white organization. Yes. And the funny thing, too, is they have a false sense of confidence. And this is why I often say, you know, we need to take our YNs. We don't need to stop them from being YNs. We just need to focus their energy in a productive direction. We need to take our street gangs. We don't need to take out the warrior mentality. It's there. Some men are warriors. We need to focus it toward the enemy, not toward ourselves, you see. But on this day, oh, the warrior spirit was in me, and it'll be there anytime they show up. And you see this devil smiling right then, yes? Smiling, arrogance, and we'll see that smile disappear.
This is Atlanta. Get up out of here. We don't let you control anymore, boy. Slavery is over. You don't say what we do. You get out of here. We do not let you white.
This is one of them dirty devils, too. Look at his armpit. Look at the armpit stains. How's your armpit look like this beige color? Yeah, you need to use what's that? OxyClean. You need to mix in some OxyClean with your next load. This is a filthy devil here.
Tell us what to do in Atlanta. You get out of here. You go to Mayberry. You get out of here.
Now, the funny thing is a lot of you young niggas is like, Mayberry, what the hell is that? Is that like in like northern Georgia or something? Where's Mayberry? Yeah, exactly. Young nigga, ask your father, ask your grandmama, ask your grandmama, find out what that's about. But anyways, you know, they can play this game in a lot of places. They can play this game in, maybe if we were at Martha's Vineyard or something, you could play this game. Maybe if we were in Montana, you could play this game. But I do not want to see you in Atlanta in one of the places that is for us playing this game right here. No, we make law in Atlanta. You don't make law. You abide by the law in Atlanta. Huh? And I promise you, my words are prophetic and they will come to pass. Yes, and you see him, he's thinking he's looking me eye to eye. And just the audacity of this weak, little impotent devil, even trying to look me eye to eye, made me want to rip his head off.
Here. Whites do not rule here. Cool, you're in Atlanta, boy. You're in Atlanta, boy.
And so he went from thinking that he was running the program, telling us what we couldn't do. And now he's like, you have a good day. You have a good day. Nah, don't switch it up. Keep that same energy. Keep that same. That's what I'm going to do.
You're in Atlanta, boy.
You have a good day.
Whites don't rule here.
You have a good
You
day,
think that colonizer shit somewhere?
And shout out to my young boy, putting pressure on him. That's how it's supposed to be. I got another piece called The Book of Dark Truths. It's not a book. It was a 2-day conference. You get that at skool.com/Marquett, MARQUETT/classroom. In the Book of Dark Truth, I talk about the real world that we actually live in, talk about power plays, talk about the things you think are true, the things you've been lied to about your whole life, so you can understand how to operate and you can know how to be appropriately ruthless. I like how my young boy is putting pressure on him. He needs that pressure. That's the pressure we should be putting on him. He deserves no respect. He should get no refuge, no peace. He shouldn't even be able to walk around Atlanta. Every time you see him in Atlanta, you should holler peace to the saints, and you should let them know whites don't rule here. We make law here. Huh? So I like how my young boy put the finger on him. You dig? Because there's only so much I could do and should do. You dig? Yeah, I got to stay in a boss's position.
You have a good day.
What makes you think you tell us what we think?
You have a good day.
You see, and that's what really sent me over the edge, is because we were exchanging ideas. Now, curiously, if to hear the white supremacists tell it, we're stealing, we're lying, we're doing all of these negative things. But when we're exchanging ideas, we're operating from the mind. It seems like they'd like to come and interrupt it, huh? Ideas are dangerous. Ideas can control what you do as an individual and a collective. That's why they gave you the idea of white Jesus. They gave you the idea of Christianity. And they gave you a slave Bible. They published it in 1807. It was an incomplete Bible with just the verses they thought they could use to control you, the blacks. Ideas are important. They don't want Marquettism to spread. They don't want Marquettism to be mainstream. I'm telling you. So he heard the ideas spreading, and then he said, I got to get in there and do something. The blacks might learn something. The blacks might learn something that could empower them. So he had to hop in there. And that's why I said, you don't tell us what we think. His issue was not that we were having the conversation on the Beltway. His issue was specifically the nature of the conversation. For that was not the first time that he had passed by. That was not the first time that that lady he was with had passed by. His issue was the nature of the conversation. And his claim was essentially, because I don't agree, you cannot tell other black people those ideas because I've not signed off on them as a member of the white organization.
You think you tell us what we talk about? I'm talking to black people. You don't come out here and...
Now, you see, he's pretty much, it's like he was so smiley and arrogant to start with, and all of that has gone away. It's like, where did it go? Yeah, his face doesn't look so smiley. He looks a little bit more under pressure, you might say. And that's how they should be, every last one of them.
What we talk about. I'm talking to black people. You don't come out here and tell me what I can say to black people. You get your pink ass over there.
Now, the funny thing is, I was so blacked out at that point. I was black. I didn't even realize people were around. It was just me and him. It was just the two of us. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I.
You get your pink ass over there.
And then we see that these Atlanta police officers, except maybe Holly, and if anyone finds Holly's IG, please share it with me. I'd like to get to know her. But the other police officers, it seems as though they were operating as slave patrol. Now, you might not know, but it is a fact that the modern police force in the United States evolved from slave catchers. They were the slave patrol, and it became the formal policing organizations in America. So they're still kind of doing the same thing. These are the folks who are essentially like the overseers, keep the slaves in line. And immediately he beelined to go and deal with the big black man, instead of figuring out, well, if this guy's been here for 4 hours with no problem, why all of a sudden are there problems? Maybe it's the new guy we see on the scene. They didn't even pursue him. They let him get away scot-free and decide to have a conversation with us, and then to start surveilling us with 10 police officers, essentially trying to pose an intimidating force. And then you hear this this cave broad right here, over here talking about arrest these guys. Arrest me for sharing ideas? Do you see how powerful ideas are? Arrest me for sharing ideas. Oh, that's wicked. That's evil. And that's what the devils do. They want to slap a case on you, mess up your record, stop you from being able to get jobs and being able to earn, being able to travel, get an application to an apartment building, really cripple you. That's what they try to do, these devils.
Yeah.
And then because the blacks are so lost with no ideology, that is why I created the Black Code, because we have no shared values, no explicit shared values and ideology. He starts working for the other team, policing the black peoples there. And you'll hear people clapping in the background because the black people there appreciate what I did, because not enough of us do it.
Shit.
Boss man.
Shit.
Oh, right behind you.
He lucky them boys was here too. He lucky them boys was here.
We ain't doing that. That came over here. That came over here.
This white man.
And then you'll see a lot of folks who were with us and who were not with us, which is to say not the saints, had to step in to tell the slave catchers, hey, you got the wrong guy. But the greater question is, well, why did you get the wrong guy? Not by chance. And that is the world that we live in. And it doesn't have to be that way. We can do something. And we have to understand that no Superman will save us. Martin Luther King didn't do it. Malcolm X didn't do it. Barack Obama didn't do it. Martin Luther King, pow! Malcolm X, pow! That's the problem when it's one man. He's out. Now what? Now who's up? You need structure. You need organization. You need an organization that you can cut the head off. The head reappears. There's hierarchy. We know who's next up. We need values, ideology. I've already built it. It's ready and waiting for you. I've already created the car. You must only get in and drive it to greater success. Ladies and saints, it's been a pleasure to have this time to fellowship with you all. I appreciate you all having been patient and having been here with me. Until next time, peace to the saints.